2022 Newmar Mountain Aire. What's going on, sir?
Hey guys, we spared no expense with this coach.
What is going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day today here at Transwest Truck, Trailer, and RV in Belton, Missouri. Today I found an extremely rare Newmar Mountain Aire. This coach has some really cool options that I've never shown on the channel before that I'm really excited to show you guys today. First off, it's under 42 feet and has the tag axle, but the option that gets me really excited about this coach is it's got a hammock that can be set up very easily. And today we're hanging out with Lance. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. Andrew, how are you all doing?
Excellent, thank you. This is a beautiful 2022 Newmar Mountain Aire. What's going on, sir?
Hey guys, we spared no expense with this coach. We went through the extra details. We ordered this with a custom paint. This is something that you can't get as standard out of the options. You know, when you're opening up your brochure and you're picking this paint job or this exterior, we customized it per Transwest specifications. As you can see, we ordered it with the hammock option. All the bays here, we've got slide trays in them. We also got the basement freezer. And I know we've all been feeling the pinch with the shortage on supplies and parts. The fact that we've got this coach loaded up with all these things, you don't have to worry about whether you can get a basement freezer. I actually have a customer who just bought a Dutch Star, and we're having a hard time getting him an ice chest right now with the slide tray. They're just so short on parts.
Well, this coach has a lot of really cool stuff, and today Lance is going to show us how this hammock sets up. It's a lot easier than I expected, so yep. Lance is going to show us that. And why don't we start taking a look around the coach, and you want to tell us about this coach?
Absolutely, sounds good. Super excited to talk to you about this 2022 Mountain Aire. It's a 4118 model. Guys, this thing is loaded. Here's going to be some things that's going to be pretty unique about this coach. A lot of you guys that are coming out of maybe say a 450 horsepower motor, this is going to come with the 505. It's going to be an ISX motor, about 11.9 liter, so tons of power. You're going to have about 15,000 pounds of towing capacity. Now, we did option to have this thing. We got the little Voyager adapter here, so if you're going to have a super stacker trailer, a lot of you guys, because this thing's only measuring at 41 feet, gives you a little bit more options for a longer trailer. So
yeah, so under 42 feet with a 15,000 pound towing capacity. Yep. I think a lot of people are going to see a lot of value in that. Yeah. So Spartan K3 chassis, isn't that the same chassis that's on that 2022 King Aire next door?
That's correct. So that's going to be a Spartan K3. This is a Spartan K3. Now that's going to have the 15 liter 605. But with that being said, you are getting ahead of that 450 Cummins, like the ISL that you would see like in a Dutch Star. So with this ISX 11.9 liter, it's got tons of power, and it's going to give you a lot of net cargo carrying capacity too. So about 11,000 pounds of cargo carrying capacity on this coach. So just loaded. Now, because we are on the Spartan K3 chassis, the rear tag axle here actually has a 17-degree wheel cut. Here's the 505 Cummins, beautiful ISX motor, tons of power. I like the fact we don't have no rear radiator here, so if you want to come back here, check your oil, get to your filters, it's just going to be really nice. Check your coolant levels, get to your air filter.
Yes, sir. And this also has the Allison 4000 transmission to go with that 500.
That's right. So Allison 4000 transmission, so it's going to be bulletproof.
Yeah, that's the same transmission that's in this King Aire, right?
That's correct.
Nice.
That's right. All right, so coming across here, this is going to be the Spartan Workbench here. You've got, what makes this nice is they really make this customer friendly and they make it tech friendly. So really easy for a technician to get in here, change out the air dryer, your fuel separator, your fuses. Got your chassis batteries here, some disconnects for the coach. You know, one of the nice things too that there's on this is just their attention to detail. So this is going to be a very special paint. This is something that Newmar, this is not a standard paint by Newmar. Transwest actually optioned to have a special exterior done, so this is per our specifications. I hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
Masterpiece finish, nice and smooth. You don't feel the transition between paint lines here.
Yeah, I like the big thick white pinstripes. Just a lot of kind of an aggressive paint job, but still subtle colors that give it just a cool look overall.
And you'll notice we did the stainless steel trim package here down below, so it just gives it a nice little extra pop there. And one of the things that makes Newmar unique in the whole RV world is these slide outs, right? You'll notice how they go flush. So really cuts down on the wind noise. When we go on that test drive later, if you guys just listen to the cab in there, you're gonna notice it's gonna be pretty quiet. Nice quiet ride.
Yeah, and then back here you've got an emergency egress door too. Look forward to showing you guys that from the inside of the coach.
Absolutely. This is where you would have your freshwater tanks. You're gonna have about 105 gallon fresh water in this coach. But you know, instead of just having just a black panel here, I like that they make this usable space. So nice little pegboard there for you to put your tools in there. Got your docking light, marker lights here. Got your Alcoa Durabrite rims.
Aluminum polishing is tough. Durabrites are as good as it gets. So
awesome. So we got these really nice slide trays that we optioned this out with. What makes this kind of nice is this is a little bit wider than what you see in your standard trays.
Yeah.
This goes about 3/4 of the way in. On the other side, you're going to have our Oasis system. But we got a lot of things going on in here. We've got our central vac system, which you can turn on. So if you've got a hose, you can just hook it up right there. You can clean your bays out. You've got your 110 outlet here, so you can hook up some outside appliances if you need to. We did option this with the hammock. So this is going to be the backer for the hammock.
Nice.
It's pretty neat. Let's see, maybe we got a hydrant here. Yeah, there it is. So you'll notice too that this is going to be a power slide tray. I like where this is located, right? It's right here on the door. I don't have to go reach in after the tray button. So we just push the button, she comes on out.
how long does it take to set up the hammock?
It actually, I would say minute and a half.
Really? You want to show us how it sets up?
Absolutely. Now whilst I'm bringing this tray in, now this thing's gonna have about 1,000 pounds of capacity that you can put on that tray, but the lip also comes off. So if you need to get something a little extra heavy and kind of slide it in, you can do it. All right, well, let's take up the hammock. So you just got a little hook here on the end. And then hold your little pin. And this slides on out.
So it does require a little bit of space if you have a hammock. This has got to be probably 12 feet away from the coach, or?
Yeah, so this is not going to take up all this space, because this will actually adjust once we get it in there. But there is a sticker, it'll actually tell you where to stop sliding it.
I'm excited about this. I've heard of this option, but I've never known anyone that knew how to set it up. So now, do you need me to give you a hand at all, or is this a one-person job?
This is pretty easy. Grab the hammock here. We'll just find the end. There we go.
And this is one person? You don't need a hand?
No, I mean, you know, it does make it a little bit easier if you've got two, but it really can be done with one person pretty easy. Nice. You just hook that on there in the end. You just go and roll it there. And what I like about this hammock is it's got this wood in there, so when you're laying down in it, it doesn't collapse in on itself. So
easy peasy. You want to demonstrate it for us?
Well, I would. I just don't have $700,000. I want to leave this to the new owners.
Okay, so they're gonna be the first person to lay in this hammock, but
I mean, this is gonna be their baby, and I don't want to be messing with their baby. But
I respect that 100%. But this is, wow.
So one thing I like about this hammock is when you're just out having a nice lazy day, maybe you want to read a book. If you've got an iPad, this thing will slide right in there like so, and it'll move.
Oh, that's so cool.
So you can sit there and
it'll hold your iPad, or you can watch YouTube and lay in your hammock.
That's right.
I like it, Lance.
Got the little stylus in there, so you're not having to use your fingers for the screen.
Oh, that is super cool. Yeah. Now, can you close that bay while the hammock is out?
So we'll just bring this tray in like that, and like so.
Lance, I think I think this option's a must. What do you, and you could, you have an entertainment bay right there too, so you could lay in your hammock and watch TV. You'd have to switch your pillow over here, but watch your TV. You get the Samsung TV with the Bose soundbar.
That's right. You know, if you want to sit here in your hammock, watch a movie, or maybe you want to listen to some tunes, you can just take this switch right here and you can turn it over to dash radio. So you can be out here listening to your tunes, reading a nice book. It just doesn't get any better than that.
I'm impressed, and I don't think this one's gonna last long. So if you're a serious buyer on this coach, I'd pick up the phone and call Lance right now. We'll leave the number to Transwest and Lance's cell phone number in the description below, but let's keep showing the folks this coach here.
This is gonna have a lot of the same things that you see like in our King Air.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about a $1.4 million coach, and this has got that same, you know, we got the hidden windshield wipers here.
Yeah.
Right.
This is an aggressive style too. I really like what they did with the front end. Generator size. What size generators in this coach?
It's gonna have a 12.5 kilowatt.
12.5. Okay.
Ton of power for this coach. It is gonna have a nice little convenient bay here for like your fuses. So if your chair quits working, this is where you're gonna go to get it fixed. You've got your little scrubber there to clean the bugs off the window.
Oh yeah, I like that. Nice little spot for that. We all need one of those. It's inevitable. 365 on the steers.
Yeah, so big wide tires here on the front. This is going to be the same size tire that you see in my King Air, right? The only thing is you're just not paying King Air price.
Yeah, and we are going to take this for a test drive here in a moment. After we're done showing you guys the tour of the inside, we'll show you guys how this drives. And I was really impressed with how quiet it is.
This coach does have dual fuel, so you can do it from either side. We've got our docking lights here. Now these are all added options, right? But you know, we just want to hit every little detail that this coach has to offer. We got it on this coach.
What's the fuel tank capacity on this coach?
You're gonna be 150 gallon tank.
100, and then fresh water tanks?
That's about 105.
And then the holding tanks?
So you're gonna be 80 for the gray and then 60 for the black.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
Then battery bank, looks like you've got 8 house batteries here.
Yeah, Mountain Air comes standard with 6. We optioned for the all electric option, and we added the 2 extra batteries, so 8 AGM batteries altogether. Plenty of power if you decide you want to go do some dry camping. It does got a really smart energy management system on this, so it'll automatically make sure that these batteries don't get too low. It'll start the generator, and then when it gets charged up, it'll shut the generator off for you, so you're not burning fuel.
There's the other side of that pass-through bay we saw.
Yep, power slide tray. Again, nice convenient location for to bring the tray out here for you. So now in the next bay over, we're going to have the Oasis system. This is going to be a dual loop. Dual loop is a nice step up from the single loop, because usually with that single loop, by the time you get to that last register, the heat would get just a little bit cooler. So with the dual loop, you got nice even heating throughout the coach. All right, so next bay over, we got our nice 50-foot power cord. We got our surge guard protection system in there. You got a 110 outlet.
Beautiful plumbing bay that you guys have in the Mountain Air. What's all going on here?
Oh man, so we got a lot going on, right? So this is equipped with the RV Sanikon system, which is really nice. As you can see, now this, you can do one or two things. A lot of people like to do the manual dump. I personally like this option. It's really super clean. All your sewage comes out of that tiny little hole right there, right? This has got a nice little sleeve on it. These things are just plastic, so as you're moving these things around, you don't want to get a hole in your stinky slinky. So
yes, sir.
This is a nice little feature to keep your hose protected. Now you do have freshwater power reel here as well. I really like this nicer finish on the hardware there.
Yeah, definitely. Even that shower head out here is nicer. And it looks like a digital display there for your tank levels.
Yep, got your digital display there for your tank levels. Really easy if you want to winterize it. You've got your little siphon hose right there. So really simple and easy to use.
Yeah, and you were mentioning power awnings over the windows as well.
Yeah, so we optioned this with the Gerard Nova awning package. It's a pretty expensive upgrade, but we decided to do it. What that does, it gives you the 2 big Nova awnings, which come out and they drop down over on the other side, but then that also includes these power window awnings as well. So just a nice way to keep the sun coming in, but keep that direct sunlight out.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And much easier just to press a button than to try to fiddle around with those little hooks.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they're completely adjustable, because the ones that you do the hook, it's only one stop. But
Yes, sir.
With the power awning, you can bring it out, you know, a quarter of the way, halfway, 3/4 of the way, so you have a little more options with the power.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've just got to compliment just the outside paint scheme on this one. I think it was definitely worth the option for you guys to get that.
Yeah, just a nice coach, a lot of power, real short. You know, there's so much value built into this coach. Again, it is on that K3 Spartan chassis. What makes that Spartan chassis a little bit nicer, and what I always like to say, you know, this thing is about 50% thicker frame than our competition. Now, why is that important? I mean, this is when you look at your fire trucks out there, they're all built on Spartan chassis. And the reason why is they don't get to pick where the disaster is. So this thing can take the punishment and keep on trucking.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about this, Coach. Let's go take a look inside and see what's going on. We just popped out the slide outs out, and you noticed one thing when we popped the slide outs out?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to point out to you guys on that slide topper there, what you're going to want to notice is the pitch on that thing, right? It's really steep on the competition there. Typically when them slide toppers are out, they're really horizontal, so when it does rain, you get that big sag there in the middle. But with such a steep slope on that slide topper, it's going to allow stuff to roll off of it pretty easy. Leaves, rain, you name it.
Nice. All right, let's cruise inside here. I love this entryway here.
Yeah, you'll notice as we start to come in here, Andrew, you've got these big box steps. I mean, they're really reinforced. It gives you a nice, sturdy, secure feeling when you're coming into it. You've got the nice keyless entry with the doorbell. What I kind of like is if for all you pet owners out there, this is a great place to maybe put some leashes.
Oh yeah,
you know, some dog toys.
Yeah, dog bags, all that.
Yeah, and then up here it's a little bit deeper. So if you've got dog food or something, just a nice little place to store a few little items.
Or shoes, sturdy shoes as well. So
That's right.
Yeah, well, let's cruise inside. What a beautiful coach inside here. The first thing that's really catching my eye is the ceiling. What all is going on in this coach, sir?
It's just incredible. I mean, the detail in this ceiling, I mean, these puck lightings is plenty of light, but just to add all this extra lighting, you know, it's kind of like a gloomy day today, but boy, it sure lights up really nice. And then you've got these really nice glacier glazed maple cabinets. So it's got that high gloss. Typically, a lot of the ladies out there really love this. You know, they come in here, it's got that nice, bright, open, cheery feeling. With all that being said, I love this particular type of setup. Now, a lot of times in a coach, you'll get like a kitchen, dinette, but I like the opposing couches. So if you do got some friends and some family, you got a nice little area where people kind of sit and conversate. You're not having to talk through somebody's head to have a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got to back up even to this chair here. I've got to point out how much wider this is. And then here's a quick look at the cockpit area. And we're going to take this on a test drive in a few moments and show you guys how this drives. And we'll show you a more in-depth look at the cockpit during the drive.
One nice thing about this particular chassis, it does come with hydraulic auto leveling, and it does have air leveling. So we're sitting on that Spartan K3, you do get the option of both air and the hydraulic leveling. So pretty nice feature there. Now it does have the comfort drive, which we'll talk to you a little bit more about that here on the test drive. Power visors here, they're all electric. Your day shade, your night shade, they're just by the push of a button. You can see how this dash is kind of brought in towards the driver. I'm not having to reach way over to kind of hit my buttons. And you're basically, they're just so nice. I don't have to take my eye out the road when I'm starting to hit shades. I mean, I can bring
you know exactly where they're at. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and then those huge screens too make it very easy to see. And then we're going to show you in the test drive video, but you've got a camera right there too.
This has got the power pedals here, right? They're adjustable and they're not floor mounted, so I can sit here, I can have my foot underneath the pedals. So as I'm driving, I can stay relaxed. I got it on cruise control, but I got no obstruction there for my feet to kind of rest, because some of us got some longer legs, maybe some bigger feet. It's just kind of nice not to have it crowded. So on both sides here, you do have the wireless phone charging system. You do have, I'll let Andrew probably talk a little bit more about this feature when we get going down the road. As far as that extra monitor right there.
Yeah, and then we also have this tray here too. This is and I'm just with one hand. You want to show us how that?
So that'll just pivot right out of the way, and then let's just bring this down. I'm giving us directions to go somewhere. Coach was ready to. This coach is ready to head south for the winter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So nice little tray. I like that it gives you this cup holder with this kind of rubberized material, so your drink will stay in place. And really,
Look
if
how
you're
wide this thing is.
yeah.
I mean, this is a couch. This isn't a chair. This thing is literally another addition of furniture. I mean, both of these are going to turn towards the living space. So, I mean, you guys, you're going to be extremely comfortable in this coach. No complaints.
As I'm looking through here, too, I see it looks like it's got a central vac. Is this the type of central vac where you just kick it? Or
That's right. Yep.
where you just flip that up and then you can broom everything in there and
Yeah. Once I turn the inverter on, if I get the generator going, we can get our central vac going. It's kind of nice to have that optioned in. What we've learned is if we don't option that in from the factory, it is an absolute nightmare to try and get it in afterwards.
okay, so
Yeah.
best just to have it, and I mean, just makes cleaning so much easier. I don't
sure
see
does.
why you wouldn't want that option.
Then you've got this nice window. This was also an option. Instead of just having a wall here, you can allows a lot of this natural light to come in. And sometimes if you've got family, friends, and you're sitting here patio side, it's just nice to be able to keep an eye on your company and what's going on. Big, nice, deep counter space here. So you got plenty of room back here for like coffee pots, toaster, blender, spice carousel. Got these nice covers here. Now, one thing that Newmar does is they integrated these cutting boards into these covers. I like the fact that they just don't look good, but they're actually practical, right? They're usable. So you can just flip it, put it right back in its place. You can prep all your vegetables and right into this big, huge stainless sink.
Yeah.
So a lot of room in here. If you got a small pet, right? Great place to do that.
Yeah.
Got the induction cooktop here. So if true to Newmar fashion, all their induction cooktops do come out. So if you want, you can take this, put it out on the picnic table, do your cooking outside. Pretty nice. And you're not going to be hurting for space. This is not the remote control drawer, but
It looks like it is now. Yeah.
that's what we're doing for now. But plenty of space there for your utensils.
Yeah, real quick, if you reopen that, if you open that up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just also want to point out, too, I love the dividers that are built in there. Gives it that real high-end feel. And then, is this a soft close?
It sure is.
Soft close as well?
Yep, soft close. You'll see that there's a little button here, right? So we can push
cool.
that. That allows this to actually get a little extension to the counter space. But you can just see how deep these drawers are,
Oh, yeah.
right? And again, all soft close. And the hardware, right? I mean, you've got the cabinets. If they weren't nice enough, you got this really nice finished up hardware on the cabinets, and they do such a good job. I mean, the attention to detail is just fantastic.
Yeah, we've got the MSRP. We're going to show you guys the MSRP in a moment, but first let's keep looking through this and test, and then we're going to test drive it in a little bit. But sleeping up front here, will this turn into a sofa?
So you got a height bed in this one, so this will sleep 2 adults. Now this is going to be a trifold couch over here.
Okay, so jackknife sofa over here as well. And then I've got to point out how many outlets you have. You have outlets and USB ports all over this coach. 1, 2, another third one over there. And then you've got a lot of controls here too. Here's your lighting controls. Looks like you can do quite a bit. Your shades, fans, what all is going on with all these little panels I'm seeing?
Yeah, so we can go through here. You can control your shades. Let's say you're first getting into the coach and you really just want to kind of cool this thing off. You can actually open up all the different fantastic fans, start pumping out the heat.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see, master bathroom, and you can control high, medium, or low as far as the speed. You can turn the rain sensor on for those fans if you want. So just a lot of really nice functionality. And then for shades, let's go ahead and bring some shades down. So one push of a button, bring all your shades down.
Nice.
So there's a lot of functionality in this coach. Now what we just did right there, you're going to notice we got those little panels all throughout the coach. I've got one right here. We've got one on the passenger side. You've got one right there in the kitchen, and you've got one right here by the dinette. So a lot of functionality. You don't have to get up and go to that area. It's just very usable all throughout the coach. Got your really nice dinette here, booth dinette. It's padded here towards the back, so if you want to kind of get in and just really sink in there,
I like it.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, here, I'll test this other one out here. Yeah, same thing. This is actually super comfortable here. And yeah, if that TV comes up on the televator right over there, or if you want to watch that other TV there, or if you've got those big windows, if those are opened up. And one thing that I've kind of pointed out too, while we're sitting here in this booth, I just noticed just all the little details on this clock that you won't see from a few feet away. But look at that stitching, and it's almost like a leather, just a real high-end clock.
Yeah, you've got that really nice look, like that charcoal tweed into that fabric. Just really nice. These are all going to be, of course, you don't have to hold these doors up, right?
Yeah.
This is all, you can get stuff in there, and just pretty nice. All hidden hinges. You're not seeing any of the hardware that makes all this operate. They're all adjustable.
Yeah, so bath and a half.
Yeah, so in this coach, it does, we did order it, the 4118. It does have the bath and a half in it. Let me get some lights turned on in here. All right, take a look at that. Got a really nice backsplash. Got the light in the mirror there, which is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And then that cabinet right there, Andrew, this is a great place for people to come in and if they flip a breaker, right? I mean, even the breaker box has got a nice finish to it, right? You got some more of your fuses over here. So clearly labeled over here. You got a couple of 110 outlets. So pretty nice. Cabinets are soft close.
Yeah, and we're going to show everybody what it's like with the slide outs in here, getting to the half bath while it's going down the road when we drive it here in a moment. So
yeah, absolutely. Got the Whirlpool refrigerator, right? You do have your water filtration system that we had outside, which is going to feed water to the refrigerator. But I mean, Whirlpool already has a secondary filter in here, so by the time you've got water coming out of this dispenser here, it's really clean. It does come with an ice maker. Right, you got your little freezer down here below. And I really like this pantry, right? So these actually self-lock. Now if you just listen, you can hear it click.
Oh yeah.
Right, so it's got a locking mechanism in it, so if you are driving around, you don't have to worry about these flying out. I mean, I'm pulling on it right now. You actually got to push on it to release it.
Nice, yeah. When you open that up, I see, what's that, dovetailed, or what do they call that with the wood?
So this is all dovetailed, and just really nice high-end finishes. It's just not stapled there in the front, so a little bit more attention to detail on their craftsmanship. Of course, built by the Mennonites, right?
Yeah, Newmar's. No, I've been up to there's a lot of horse and buggies outside of where they built these.
When I first went there, and they actually had horses and wagons sitting there at their factory, I was like, what? Really? This really does still exist? It was pretty cool.
Okay, so you're pushing this slide out right now, and I just got to point out, how quiet that is as you put that slide out, and this is something that I'm really, yeah, those lights really make it pop back here, but this is something that's cool that you don't see very often, is how this piece comes out that's over the bed, giving you that extra lighting over the bed.
Yeah, you look at the columns here next to the bed. I mean, the crown molding in this thing, and then just the work in the columns this is you don't see this in a lot of residential homes.
No.
I mean, they didn't have to bring this whole thing out over the bed, but it just gives you a really nice soft light. So if you're sitting here reading a book, you've got some nice light in here. You do have some light here under the bed as well.
Yes, you can adjust all that same stuff while you're laying in bed.
The light turning on over there.
Yeah, without ever getting out of bed. I like that.
Yeah, and you can actually turn the entire coach off. So if you're laying in bed and you don't want to get up and turn each individual light off, you can do it right there in bed. Push one button and it shuts all the lights off for you.
Nice.
Now this is going to be all heated tile floors. One thing that they have that Newmar does, now earlier models you didn't have the heated tile floor on the slide outs. So now on the main floor and on the slide outs, they're both heated. So if you're sitting at your dinette, you don't have the cold feet. If you're over here getting clothes out of your drawers, nice warm tile, so pretty nice. Got the nice big cabinets in there. They do light up.
Yeah, wardrobes.
Some nice drawers down here below. Right, again, all dovetail throughout the whole coach. So Very, very nice finish all throughout the coach. You've got the nice accent lighting there beneath the bed. Now this is going to be a sleep number. It's king bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how that accent lighting glows off the floor. And but this coach, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to point out, you know, some people I've heard complain that they do like the king bed, but if you don't get windows on both sides of the bed, because some people just like that fresh air, we do have the windows on both sides of the bed, so you do have that option to get some air coming through here if you want. One
of the biggest highlights of this, under 42 feet, but you still have this huge rear bathroom back here.
I'm actually pretty excited to show you this. So before we come in here, I just want to show you the attention to detail on this door here. Right, just a lot of attention. And then if you come on in, I'll let you go in, and then they've actually got a mirror attached to this door as well.
I've just got to point out just how much floor space is over here. Makes it really easy to get to your egress door. I like that. And then yeah, let's see that full length mirror. And yeah, we could both walk in here, no problem. Full length mirror there.
So you're getting ready to go out for the night. You got a nice mirror there, and well, it does make it looks like I lost a little weight. So got some nice storage here. Boy, this is something they usually don't see, right? Just all this little nice little extra storage they got. You do got this porcelain toilet, which is also a macerator toilet. It's going to chew up all that gunk and get it to the waste tank.
Plenty of room around there. Our good friend Matt's RV Reviews would definitely give this a pass on the toilet test.
Go. Prime pooping decision.
Exactly. Shout out to our buddy Matt's RV Reviews.
How you doing, Matt? Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
That's great. So another thing I want to point out too, when I was talking about the heated tile floors, so this area right here is heated, but this is going to be your engine compartment.
Okay.
So earlier models, they didn't actually have heat pad on the engine compartment, but now all of it is completely heated, which is really nice.
Yeah. How about that shower there? Now, talking about Matt's RV Reviews, you're not quite as big as Will, but you want to show us the size of the shower there?
I'll demonstrate it. So I'm about 260 pounds, 6 foot. Now I close this shower here, and I can turn around really easy. I got all the room. Now if you look at the ceiling here, it kind of has an arch to it. So a really tall person could get in here and actually get in here pretty easy. You're about 6'2". I don't think you have any problem getting in here.
And you can see, I mean, this has that higher, you know, roof here in the back of the coach. I'm 6'2" in the middle of the coach. And even if I come over here, and one thing I got to point out too is we're two dudes in the bathroom of a coach. We still haven't even opened that door yet, but it doesn't feel like it's claustrophobic in here. It's literally a room in itself back here.
It really is. And you know, with this shower, there's so much going on with it. It's got, you've got your little spray wand here. You've got a nice big shower overhead. You've got your body wash, conditioner, shampoo, dispensers. It does have the aquamizer. So this little button, if you're dry campers, this little button right here, when that lights up, you just turn that bottom dial, and then you've got hot water coming out of there. So pretty nice.
Yeah, beautiful tile work. I've got to get everybody a close-up. And then, of course, that teak seat. And then a different tile here on the floor. And that cool kind of seamless drain there as well.
Yeah, and you'll notice, too, is just how they slope that floor.
Yeah.
It's got just a tiny bit of a slope. You may not be able to see it in your camera, but you know, they got it all designed to go into that drain. It's just going to help it last over the years, so you're not going to have to worry about the leaks. And that little pad down there is because we do have the coach winterized right now. We need somebody to give me a call so we can take that out and get it going down the road for you.
I like it. Let's get this coach down south.
Got a lot more storage over here. Now these are all adjustable shelves as well. So just a lot of storage in this coach. And a nice long closet, so maybe for you ladies out there that have some dresses or some longer coats, you've got some nice storage back there, and you got your safe back there as well.
Yeah, I like how bright those lights are. It really illuminates in there. And then washer and dryer in this coach?
Yep. So you're going to have your stacked washer dryer. Really beefy hardware. I mean, this thing is not going anywhere. Man, it's just solid. All solid maple cabinets. I mean, you're not going to have to worry about the particle board, photo laminate. This is all real hardwoods. Something you expect in a coach of this caliber. But look at the sink here. Just really big. You've got all the room in the world to put your blow dryer, curling iron. You just got room. The sink, I mean, this is just a whole different level, right? Just a really nice drain. And of course, you've got all the same controls that we had in the coach earlier, right here next to the sink.
Nice.
Yeah. And just look how deep that is.
Yeah, and you've got outlets as well.
Mm-hmm.
And an emergency egress door here.
Yep, got your emergency egress door. Let's just give her a little test run here. So really easy. And then you do have a ladder. You just pull this little panel right here, and then a ladder right there will just kind of come out and you walk right on out.
Easy peasy, I like it. All right, Lance, I say we take the folks for a test drive. What do you say?
Hey, let's do it.
All right, let's roll, and then we're going to show you the coach with the slide outs in while we're going down the road. All right, Lance, so we're behind the wheel of this 22 Mountain Air. What are we looking at here, sir?
So we're going to just take a little cruise around the block, and one of the things that I really can appreciate about this Mountain Air is, you know, this is going to be the perfect point between, you know, when you go from that, let's just say something that has that 450 motor, something like our Dutch Star, and maybe not quite getting into the London Air, you kind of hit that middle road where you do get that nice 500 ISX motor, so it's going to have plenty of power. You're going to have about, let's see, what is that, 1,695 pounds of torque, and you know, not so long. So you're about 41 foot 10 inches in this coach, so that gives you a little bit longer trailer length for this thing. But we are still sitting on the K3 Spartan chassis, so it's going to have a lot of the same safety features like adaptive cruise control, lane management, collision avoidance.
Yeah, so I want to point out here in the passenger chair, we've got a navigation. Now we can also hit this camera button, and it's going to show us the different cameras. Lance was showing me this feature earlier. I appreciate that, Lance. So not only does your driver have all the different cameras, but your passenger does as well. And then you've got a wireless charging port next to your cup holder, your step cover, app light switch, ceiling light switch, visor, and then your step cover as well. I'm going to press that button here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice how that comes up nice and flush to the floor. And
yeah, absolutely, just, you know, fully flush.
all right, we ready to hit it?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There's a peek at what it looks like back there while we're going down the road.
Let's lift the anchor and set sail.
Yes, sir. And lots of beautiful inventory here. You know, they've got everything from the entry-level Canyon Stars all the way up, or is the Canyon Star entry-level, or
Yep.
all the way up to King Airs here.
Yeah, Canyon Stars they used to have the gas motor, the Ford engine in it. Now they have the Cummins 6.7 ISB Cummins in it. So they're going to be that new front engine diesel. It's pretty slick.
Yes, sir. Nice fall day here in just outside of Kansas City, Missouri. We're in Belton, Missouri, is it?
Yep, Belton, Missouri. We're about, I'd say about 30 minutes south of Kansas City, Missouri. Yep.
A little shot of Transwest truck, trailer, and RV there. And these are not the nicest roads. I'll compliment the weather today, but not the roads.
There we go. We're going to drop that shade a little bit.
Okay.
Over that sun.
Yeah, and you did that real effortlessly. So you've got your visor and shade controls right here, and there's a look at those huge screens that the driver has.
Yeah, so this thing, one thing that's nice about the Newmars, now I am getting a little bit of a rattling here in the seat. This has got that haptic sensors in the seats. So if I happen to get a little bit too close to a line, your seat will start to rumble. And so it's got that little feature in there, which is kind of nice. You know, I can only do about maybe, I'd say about 400 miles a day when I'm traveling. So I have no problem about falling asleep. But, you know, a lot of these people who like to just go for it and do those 800 miles in a day, whew, you know, haptic sensor might be just enough to kind of wake you up and keep you between your lines here.
Yeah, now are these seats heated and cooled as well?
Yeah, they're going to be heated, cooled, and they're going to also, both of them are going to be recliners. I wouldn't even call them recliners, they're just like mini couches.
Yeah.
Extremely comfortable. So this is kind of a nice little test. I mean, this is...
Yeah, this is kind of a tight little area that we're going through now. what type of steering does this coach have?
So this is going to have the comfort drive system, and if you look in that mirror right there, you can kind of see the rear tag axle actually helps turn with the coach. Because we're on the Spartan chassis, that rear tag axle will actually turn up to 17 degrees to help eliminate a lot of that tail swing. But the comfort drive, there is a function in here where you can set it from 1 to 5, and what that does is it really helps a lot with if you've got crowning in the roads, you got some side winds. You know, I think we've all been in that position where we've been done that white knuckle driving, and so when you do get a lot of those adverse road conditions, this comfort drive is going to be designed to help keep this coach going straight down the road. So you take the tag axle along with this comfort drive, it really just reduces a lot of that road fatigue, a lot of that stress behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that window behind you. Does that is that a power window or?
Yep, sure is. Let's see, it might be able to.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a toll, you know, it's just nice to not have to fight the window. You just push a button, she opens up for you.
Yeah, just to yeah, no, lot of reasons good to have that window.
Yeah. You know, maybe you're at the gas station or at the fuel station, and you just need to hand your significant other something through the window, and they don't want to have to come all the way through the door.
Yeah.
You can just hand it right out the window. So
yeah. Or hooking up at a RV resort or. I'll tell you what. You mind if I go to the back of the coach here and show?
No, go for it.
All right. So we're going down some pretty rough roads here, and I'm going to show you guys what the back of the coach looks like here. So you got plenty of room here. So your dinette, no problem. I'm gonna take a seat here on this couch just to try this out for size here. Yeah, these windows going down the road are nice big view there. Yeah, really comfortable going around this curve here. Very quiet. I can hear that big 500 Cummins back there.
You hear the microwave rattling?
Yeah. Yeah, no rattles at all. As Lance was saying, no rattles in the microwave or anything. Get to your half bathroom, no problem here. And then you can hear that Cummins. That's a beast back here, but still super smooth back here. But let's go catch up with Lance up front here. All right. Yes.
Well, you survived.
Yeah, super smooth back there. I'm gonna throw my seatbelt back on.
You know, Andrew, one of the things that makes Newmar such a great coach, you know, I've been in a lot of coaches, and when you're sitting in this seat, there's typically just a lot of cab noise. You know, all that wind just whipping around. If you'll notice, one thing you're not noticing is all this wind noise, right?
Yeah.
It's really quiet up here. So yeah, you take all these different factors into consideration, all the different safety features in this chassis, along with this comfort drive. I mean, it's just effortless working with this steering wheel. Makes it really enjoyable.
Absolutely, I agree.
And then you got these really you got these extra big monitors, or dual 10-inch Excite monitors. So it really makes it nice to get information.
Yeah, and I really like this feature where your passenger can have the different cameras. So if if your passenger wants to know what's going on, in the front or on the sides, that's actually something where you could have your passenger monitoring all 4 cameras. And if you're, driving and in a really tight situation, you can ask your passenger to look at that camera. They don't have to rely on these. Yep. They can just focus right here, and you can see there's a semi passing us right now.
Perfect example.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to look at the monitor. I want to keep my eyes on the road. You got a big truck coming there. Your co-pilot can sit there and take care of the information and let us know what's going on with if we got somebody on our right or on our left.
Yeah, I really like that they don't beep when you turn on the turn signal. That's a nice feature.
Yeah, it was kind of nice too with the Spartan K3. It does come with the tire pressure monitoring system. So it's up here in the digital dash. So if you are driving, you can keep track of what's going on with your tires. And you know, some of these people will have aftermarket sensors here, maybe on the dash. You know, I can kind of keep myself focused on the road, and I've got my information right there. So pretty easy to get to. Well, I think somebody left the gate open, Andrew. Here we go.
Yeah, and I like that when you turn on your right turn signal, it's going to show you what's going on the right side of the coach. And there's a glare from the camera, from the sunlight, but these are super clear screens.
Yeah, it's got the blinkers in the mirrors themselves. So now that you've got the markers in the mirror, so the traffic sees the rear tail light, but maybe a car that's right next to you, they're not seeing the tail lights, right? But they can actually see it right there in the mirror.
Yeah.
So information's key. They see a big rig like this moving, they know that, well, we better not get in the way of this coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, just effortless. I mean, I put my foot on the pedal, gives me everything I want.
Well, Lance, thanks for taking us on this test
Hey,
drive.
Absolutely. Happy to do it. What'd you think?
I'm definitely really impressed. I mean, super smooth, plenty of power, the turning radius, just the ergonomics of the cockpit area. I'm impressed.
You know what we can do real quick is we'll do a 360.
Yeah.
So this thing, I mean, you've got a 55-degree wheel cut, but with that rear tag axle, with that 17 degrees turning, this thing will turn really sharp. So a lot of coaches would not be able to make a U-turn right here in the middle of this parking lot.
Yeah.
They've got that building that's really close. But as you can see, I didn't even get all the way over there.
Yeah, not even close.
I mean, it's just, this thing, it just turns extremely sharp.
Lance, I can't thank you enough for the opportunity to show this beautiful coach to myself and the folks out on YouTube. Now, I got to get to the money. If someone's a serious buyer, what's the MSRP on this coach?
So this guy is going to be sitting at $719,272.
And how expensive was that hammock option?
So you're sitting right around $1,000. Just maybe a hair over.
I think that's definitely an option worth getting. Now, if someone is a serious buyer, you're here at the Transwest in Belton, Missouri.
That's correct. So we're about, I would say, 30 minutes south of the Kansas City, Missouri. We are located here in Belton, Missouri.
And if someone is a serious buyer and want to buy this, or maybe some other new Newmar product or other product you have here at Transwest, who should they get a hold of?
I'd be honored to help you. My number is 208-290-5750. Or you can give us a call at 877-772-9995.
Awesome, Lance. I can't thank you enough. Also, greatly appreciate all of you out there on YouTube subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Hey, Andrew, I just appreciate you. And all you YouTubers out there, hey, guys, love to help you. Look forward to helping you. Have a great day.